I knew nothing about these derailment numbers. I'm stunned by it. That we have thousands of derailments all the time, and how costly it is, and how they're not kept up, and maybe the regulation needs to be there. I think there needs to be, there's a widespread sentiment to have a look at the whole rail industry, what the lobbyists are doing, and what the actual, I heard there were 3 people on that train of how many cars, but I just think we got to look at this. And as Governor DeWine said, I had no idea this toxic chemicals were coming through these towns. At least we should be alerted to it. I think that's a reasonable request.
Well, and Pete Buttigieg even said we have thousands of these train derailments quite often, and that is alarming. This could happen to your town.
Don't you love when 3 fully grown adults whose job it is and has been for many years to respond to the news discover what government regulations are and why they might be necessary? That's an amazing thing. I like lifelong learning. I like that they were able to do that. It took a while, longer than most, but they got there. Look, I'm joking a little bit. Kilmeade, every once in a while is just absolute the worst. He also is sometimes amongst the most reasonable people on Fox. Like, he talked right there like a regular person realizing that we've been screwed over by the system and something needs to be done. And he's exposing millions of his viewers to that idea, which we try to do on a regular basis. So I feel a little bit closer to Kilmeade today. Burbank, what do you think?
I love this. This reporter is like, why haven't I heard about this? Dude, you're the person that other people hear about stuff from. You're supposed to be the one looking into it and finding out and telling people about it. He's just like, well, I've just realized that I don't quite do my job. Sorry about that.
Yeah, but yeah, 100%. Like, you guys, isn't Fox and Friends the most watched news political show in the nation? If not you, who, Doocy? But also just the philosophical underpinning of that. Wait a second, they've made decisions that are made to benefit corporations rather than us. I think we should look into this. You know what, Kilmeade? I agree. I think we should probably look into this. But anyway, let's normalize this sort of thing. I don't know that they would have done this if it was under Trump. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they're freed up to acknowledge that the government, we should be able to expect more from it thanks to Biden being president. But I will also give them a little bit more credit. They later in that show acknowledged the deregulation that took place under the Trump administration. They mentioned the break thing. And again, I think they're a little bit freed up to do that in that they're desperately hoping that Meatball Ron takes down McDonald's Don. But they did acknowledge it. Like, they told a Fox audience that Trump deregulated during his whole PR burger fests that he's having right now. So credit to them for that. Any other thoughts?
I think it's funny that instead of them acknowledging the deregulation's an issue, that it's actually a regular thing that toxic chemicals are transported on trains, they're like, well, why didn't they tell us about these chemicals? And they make it like a conspiracy that this was intentionally done and is an exception and not the rule.
Yeah, 100%. And tomorrow's report is gonna be, I just looked into it, and it turns out they were making money off of this and I wasn't making any. Why didn't anyone tell me that I wasn't benefiting?
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.